What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hurricanes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On the run, it's Callow. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Makes the grab on the left. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
He unleashes a long one. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Shoots it to the left. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Lost to throw again. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Canes line up to punt it away.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on third down.
Has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass on second down. Complete to the left. Hits the crease. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Power football with the run. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Barnes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incomplete.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They want to throw it. Lets it fly. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum.
Touchdown, Oregon! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He turns that loose down the right side.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. It's Royer. And he's marked down right there, but a good up, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Oh, they're after him. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
To throw, it's Barnes. Finds his target down the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He lets it fly. Pulls it in on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, said it, go for it. They trust the quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
On the run, it's Callow. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
He rifles one deep to the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. San Diego State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Troy. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class, you know that.
There he goes. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got it. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Ducks need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Fires to the middle. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Kick is in the air. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Going over the top. Reels it in down the left side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's got the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing it.
Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. It's complete on the right side. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Caught. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
This offense has put on a display in the 1st half, and they have a chance. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's second and long. Back to throw, it's Barnes. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Looking to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly.
He's going for a big play downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. Inside the... Touchdown, Oregon! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Barnes. That's caught. It's Royer.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Looking deep down the right side. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one.
He's got it along the sideline. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Canes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Barnes. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Touchdown, Ducks! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 31 over Fresno State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2.
Pulls it in down the sideline. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
Pass rush going after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
He lobs one high down the left side. Got it in stride at the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Wants to throw. It's Barnes. had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the 1st down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball.
Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash.
Going to take a shot. Makes the catch at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Number 17, set to advance on the football.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
1st and 10.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's loose. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 9. routine and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go up top on second and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Out of the gun to give to the back. Brings into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Off the play fake on first down. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Back to throw, it's Barnes. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. And
the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got him downfield. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down will open up the final period. The give to the tailback. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Back to pass, it's Knight. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Motion from the wide receiver. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the middle. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. Complete on the comeback. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
On the ready. First down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the right. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Knight. Takes a hit as he fires. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's got him. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. San Diego State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 21 to Troy. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The run from the shotgun. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
A huge opportunity, guys, for this offense to take over after the fumble recovery and start first and goal. Wants to go up top. Buying some time. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Oregon, 91. Miami, 21.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And now the ball's loose. What in the world was he doing? Where was he going? And they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. It's a really nice run.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Headed to the end zone, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab on the left side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on 1st down that just goes awry? Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Here's the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, and he wants to throw. Grabs it inside the 15. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give and tick, 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 tick. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. From the gun, give on the inside. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff.